All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. And yesterday, January 6, 2020, was the first day of the spring 2020 semester. And in the first class that I have in the morning, AWD1100, which is Programming Fundamentals with C#, I gave two lectures. The first lecture was between 8:05 and about 9 a.m., and I went over the syllabus. For some reason, either I forgot to turn the recorder on, which is possible, but I don't think I did, or there was a glitch in the system, it didn't record. Then I took the new students to an orientation over in the small hall in the other building from 9 o'clock till almost 10:30. Then we came back and we went over chapter 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the syllabus one more time. All right, just for completeness sake. Again, the class is AWD 1100. The L31 just means it's in Wentzville. The class's name is Programming Fundamentals with C#. It is the spring 2020 semester. We meet Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8:05 a.m. until 11:55 a.m. All right, there will be a total of 80 sessions. Now, that means we're meeting for 16 weeks. Now, the days we will have off during that time, just so you're aware of it, 2 weeks from Monday, yesterday, January 20th, students will have off, as will I, for the Martin Luther King holiday. Then about 4 weeks after that, which is Monday, February 17th, students and I will have off for President's Day. Then about 3 weeks after that, March 9th through March 13th, is the spring break. Finally, Friday, April 10th, is what has been historically known as the Good Friday holiday, but now is just called the, I don't know, it's a winter off day. How's that? And the last day of the semester, I believe, is Wednesday, May 6th. All right? So what that means is we are starting, that was yesterday. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That means that 17 weeks from tomorrow, Wednesday, January 8th, 2020, will be the last day of the semester. All right, enough of that. We will meet in room T203, which is also, that's where all first semester classes meet. My name is Jeff Scott. This is my phone number. I will tell you I am very rarely in the office. I get here at 5:30 a.m. I go right into T203 and normally work there until about 7:50 when students start coming in, and then we have class until 11:55. All right, around noon I pick up my stuff and head to the office. Typically have lunch from 12 till about 12:30. Then I go to room T201 and I teach my afternoon class, which is an Android/Java programming class. All right, it's much easier to reach me by using my email, jpscott@rankin.edu. You will oftentimes get maybe not an instantaneous response, but a very quick response if you do that. My office is in the Wentzville faculty offices, which is right down the hall from our classroom. My office hours are 7 a.m. till 8 a.m. and 12 noon till 12:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Again, I am virtually always here at 5:30. You are welcome to come in and use the classroom anytime after that. Next, we see 4 outcomes, and these say that anyone going through the Application and Website Development, or AWD program, will be able to first develop and design websites that use the latest versions of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and modern JavaScript. That was the class last semester, AWD1100 Web Development Technologies. The second outcome is use object-oriented programming principles and fundamentals to develop, troubleshoot, and implement applications. That's one of the things that we're going to do in this class. Next, create data-driven, web-based applications that utilize SQL, stored procedures, LINQ, and .NET data access techniques. We will do some of that in here. Finally, I hope to get into the last one, which is to use a version control system, and in our case, Git, to manage code. The textbook for the class is shown right here. It's Muroc C# 2015 by Ann Boehm and Joel Muroc. If you do click the link, it will take you to Muroc's website, and there's the book. I should mention that if you haven't gotten the book yet, I was given a PDF copy of Chapter 1 of the book. Plus, you can go under the free downloads and download chapters 2 and 3. All right? Okay. The other hyperlink that's right here is a hyperlink to my YouTube channel for the class. Any and all lectures, hopefully, will be taped so that if someone misses or needs further clarification, they'll be able to watch the tape or video. Here is my YouTube link for that channel for the class. You'll notice if we go out there, we currently have 73 videos. There'll be 75 after this one, and the other one I did yesterday get put out there. I have lectures for all 26 chapters of the book. I do not go over PowerPoints in class, but the majority of these are PowerPoint. There are other ones, such as some stuff on the entity framework and a few other things. Okay? All right. Here's the course description. I don't like to read a course description to you. This is a C# class. C# is an object-oriented programming language. So you will learn how to program in C#. All right? Notice that we have 6 course level outcomes. The other ones were people going through the program. And these were the 2 that were most relevant to this class. All 6 of these are relative to this class. We started yesterday. I only did it because some of the people in the class did not have machines with them. So I developed a C# console application, and that's in the lecture that follows this one. Then I went back and redid the same application as a GUI application. All right, so we already started to see it. In those applications, I started going over what variables were, what branching was. We didn't go over loops yet, but we will. As we'll go over arrays and other collections. This will all be later in the semester, along with exception handling later in the semester. In about the middle of the course, a little bit further on, I think it's chapters 12 through 16 or something like that, we will go through object-oriented programming fundamentals. All right? Now, if you've got questions regarding anything Rankin, a good place to start is to go out to Inside Rankin, and if you do go out to Inside Rankin, you should be able to find out there, and I don't even think you have to log in. All right? You should be able to go out, and in one of the links that's there, in fact, I'll log in, but one of the links that's there, I don't know if it's under Student Services or what, but the Rankin Handbook is out there. All right? So that's a good place to start if you have questions. Attendance We meet 5 days a week, which means you are allowed a maximum of 6 absences. After you get to absence number 4, I give you a form that you have to sign that says, I have missed 4 times, I recognize and realize that. If you miss a 5th time, you take that same form and you take it next door to Mr. Corrigan, the department chair, and he signs it. He tells you, hey, you only have 1 more time you can miss. If you miss a 6th time, you have to go over to the other building and talk to either Mr. Fan, Mr. Brandon Fan, or Pat. All right? One of the people over in the other building. And you have to bring that same form over there, and they sign it, and they tell you, hey, you miss again, the instructor is required to basically not kick you out of class, but remove you from the class for exceeding attendance. If that happens, you can appeal it. And again, from where I just showed you out here, there is actually a notice of appeal form. Appealing, of course, to dismissal, there's the FAQ, and there's the actual form. All right? Now, every 2, if you are more than if class starts at 8:05, if you're there at 8:06, between 8:06 and 8:15, you're marked tardy. Every 2 tardies equals 1 absence. If you leave before class is over, if it's within the last 15 minutes of class, since we finish at 11:55, if you leave between 11:40 and 11:54, you're marked tardy, even if you were there for the entire class. If you leave more than 15 minutes before the end of class, you're marked absent. So even if you were there the whole time, but you leave at 11:30, you're marked absent. And again, every 2 tardies equals 1 absence. There are no excused absences. It's expected the work you do will be your own. It's expected that you will do your own work and not the work of or for someone else. Notice the grade scale in here. Key things to realize, even though it shows it here, Rankin does not give Ds. So if you do not attain at least a 74.5 average, you fail the course. We'll see exactly how this plays out for the grading weight. All right, typically between written tests and hands-on tests, as it says, it's about 60% of your grade. Your homework will be about 30%, and every student is required to do an electronic portfolio. That will be 10%. Again, if you've got questions, go out to Inside Rankin. If you've got questions about general college information, see Mr. Patrick Glynn or Pat over in the other building. He can answer questions about assistance that you might need, any disability issues you might have, okay, career service things, etc. You are expected to get into Inside Rankin, and in the Inside Rankin web portal, if you go through that, to sign up, and you can sign up for indications so that if we have classes canceled, for instance, let's say that we had a bad snowstorm or an ice storm or whatever, you'll know. It is not the policy of Rankin Technical College. It is not the policy of Rankin Technical College to put things out on TV or radio if they're going to close. Rather, okay, and if you say, well, I don't want to sign up for something like that, at a minimum, go out to notifications and go down to the bottom. And if class is canceled, there'll be a message saying so. Here is that Rankin notification system that was out under notifications. You can sign up for that, and you'll receive notifications if there's a problem with Rankin. After you sign up, you can add additional emails, so you can have that go to either your Rankin email, which you should check regularly, or your personal individual email. All right, the rest of the syllabus is just that. It's the syllabus. Now, so what do I mean? It's got a schedule of everything we're going to do. So yesterday we did the class introduction. There isn't a real handbook. Well, I showed you where the handbook is. There's no department handbook. We talked about work ethic. Everyone who's in the class gets 2 grades. You get an A, B, C, or F. You also get a work ethic grade. What are those? Well, for instance, there is one that's called NIM, or NI, I believe, needs improvement. That means that you're not really pulling your weight. You might be coming in late, taking too long a break, not listening in class, etc. All right? Let's say that you come every day, you do your job, you put your head down, you do your work, and that's it. And that's basically you're doing what's expected of you. Then you get an ME grade, which is meets expectations. All right? Then there's another one. So let's say that student A finishes his or her work early and is constantly trying to help other students, okay, or seeing if they can help the instructor in any way. That's somebody who gets an EE type of grade, exceeds expectations. All right, so that was quickly about the work ethic. All right, so again, we're going to go through 3 programs. We will go through those today. Okay. So we will go over them. We went over chapter 1 yesterday, and I've already got that lecture will be out there by the time this one is out there. All right. We're going to go through chapter 2 today, Tuesday, and go through these 3 console programs. And then tomorrow, we'll go through chapter 3 and 3 more programs. You'll notice that both Thursday and Friday of this week, both days are lab days. All right, lab day, lab day. So you'll have plenty of time to work on this stuff. Next week, on Monday when you come in, and we may even get to this earlier, let's just see how it goes. We'll have what's called a pretest. It's not graded, but I will give you some time, and I will give you a problem or 2 that will be like what will be on the test, and I'll give you an hour or 2 or so to work on it, then we'll go over it as a class. We'll also complete the written tests for chapters 1 through 3. Then Tuesday of next week, 1 week from today, we will have the first hands-on test, which will be in class. All right, then the rest of next week, chapter 4 and chapter 5. And then notice there'll be a lab day. And then that will bring us to the end of the second week. And that next Monday we'll have off for Martin Luther King Day. So this was about 20 minutes long. Welcome to the class. I maybe did it slower. If I missed anything, I apologize in advance. So if you go out to Inside Rankin and you go to your home page, now my home page and yours won't look the same because I'm an instructor. But if you go out to academics and you go out to this class, yours should look something like this. It's got all the information that I went over already. Plus, if you go over to the second column here, you'll notice there is the syllabus. All right, my name is Jeff Scott. My email is J as in Jeffrey, P as in Paul, SCOTT @rankin.edu. Feel free to email me at any time. Much easier, and you'll get a much quicker response emailing me as opposed to leaving me a voicemail. Welcome to the class. I sincerely hope that you enjoy it. Thank you.